There is only one indigenous broadcaster championing the cause for the restoration of Biafra. Biafra Human Rights Radio. Of course, unstoppable and remains the beacon of truth. It has been so since yesterday, and it is today and forever.
Land of the rising sun, we love and cherish. Beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if their prize is that for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. O fatherland, this be our solemn pledge. Defending peace shall be a dedication. Spilling our blood we count a privilege. The waving standard which emboldens the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed we'll pass. When we are poised the wounds of battle to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpets build a glorious sign, a victory we scarred our minds around. Oh God, protect us from the hidden pitfall. Guide all our movement lest we go astray. Give us the strength to hear the humanist call, to give and not to count their cost each day. Bless those who rule to serve with resoluteness, to make this climb a land of righteousness.
Oh nada, land of the rising sun. John Lovine, my originality. Land of the rising sun. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra, my home, my fatherland. Biafra, land of the rising sun. Biafra,
Yes, of course, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, people of conscience around the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio, a platform that is the embodiment of pro-Biafran group, and it is being anchored by our brother Diokpa Uchi Okafomefo, who hails from Abatete, Anambra State, Biafra land. And I'm George ONYIBE, and I come from Abo, Anyoma province, to be precise, Delta State, Biafra land. As customary demand, I acknowledge every member of the de facto customary government, and as well as Biafra Nation Alliance. All the pro-Biafran group who understand the need why we must engage this process holistically, sincerely. You are highly appreciated and acknowledged this evening. And I acknowledge the Creator, the one who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. I keep saying without him we are gone as a people. Acknowledge all of you who identify with us in this struggle, who truly mean well for our people. You are highly appreciated this evening. And of course, without wasting much of our time, we go to our topic, which I entitled this evening, Fronted Agenda from the three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. Fronted Agenda. We have three major ethnic groups in Nigeria. Each of them have agenda, which they project on regular basis. And this agenda is what shapes our very life and influence the future. And so if we do not reposition ourselves, meticulously and systematically engage this process, it is not going to be business as usual. Somewhere along the line, the whole process will consume us. Nigeria is a multi-ethnic nationalities whose cultures and value system varies. But it only exists to aid the interest of the imperialists, which created Nigeria in the first place, setting all of us with the mindset of the winner takes it all. And so Nigeria has become a battlefield meant for the survival of the fittest. Other ethnic nationalities having been carved into three major ethnic nationalities, their voice has been taken away, their freedom trampled upon, and the only hope they have for tomorrow is to rely on the arm of faith. It shouldn't be so. Let me try to elaborate more on this. The three major ethnic groups we have in Nigeria have agenda that they front, they promote. Their very existence is built around this agenda. It doesn't care who else is God. It must be protected. The three ethnic groups in Nigeria. And of course, I'm talking about the Arewa, the Oduduwa, and the Biafrans. From within these enclaves, there are other ethnic nationalities. Their voice has been taken. Their right trampled upon. They merely exist in the Nigerian context. And so what do? They rely on the arm of faith. You see, as a people of Biafra, each time we come here inviting every other component members that make up the Biafran territory, it is for a reason. Let us go back a little bit. For instance, taken from the Biafra setting, I hear a lot of broadcasters online. I hear a lot of response from our people, from within our communities. For instance, the Benin man has entirely given up hope You can't tell Benin man come and contest for president. Go and ask Obaseki. Does it mean they don't have people who can rule this country? The Benin man is not even dreaming of this. Because as far as the Nigerian contest exists, there is no room for Benin man. And so their right is taken away. Liberty trampled upon. And everything they represent will be destroyed. We go back to look at Ugoja. You can imagine Ugoja man shouting, I want to be president of Nigeria. It's not even a dream to conceive. Can Urubu man come out? Can Ishekiri man come out? Even the Ijaw man, Ikwere man, it is our right. I'm not saying individuals cannot come out and say, I want to be president. Of course you can, but you know you're not going anywhere. I'm talking about as a people. Each time they say, no, it is Yoruba turn, no, it is Igbo turn, no, it is Hausa Fulani turn. When are they going to make it all inclusive? It is Urobo man turn, it is Ijaw man turn, it is Ogoni man turn. When is it going to be possible? And now when I tell you that other ethnic nationalities that makes up the Nigerian state, their right has been taken, trampled upon. Tonight I'm not saying this to make you feel bad, but I want you to see beyond the horizon. I want you to see beyond your own imagination. I want you to see the truth. And so when we call you, understand that what we fight to protect, what we represent, is larger than life itself. Only God can save us from it. And this having been said, it is applicable to every other region. You hear the issue of Boko Haram. To some of you, it's just a political armed groups to make sure power remains in the north. It goes beyond that. Other ethnic nationality in the north, all of them will be hunted down. Go to Satan Kaduna. Go and ask the Gwari, the Nupe. Go and ask the TV. Go and ask those within the northern region. You will understand that Boko Haram is not just an armed group, it's not just a terrorist group, it's not just an Islamic group. They are gradually exterminating, earth cleansing, killing those minorities, or do I say minority, those ethnic nationality within the north that are not Fulani. Their right is taken. You can imagine in Nigeria, Hausa man come out and say, no, it is the turn of the Hausa. Boko Haram will be magnified in its atrocious activity beyond your imagination. Now you can imagine Nupe man, Gwari man, jump up and say, no, it's the time of Nupe. It's not going to happen. It's applicable to the West. And then somebody from Modakeke tell you, it's Modakeke turn, let Modakeke rule. It is Kwara turn, let Kwara rule. It is Ife turn. But these are ethnic nationality, carved in from within the same region. Of course, a nation in itself, having been able to create a system that makes them become one. But in Nigeria, every other ethnic nationality must be silent. If you talk, you will be hanged like Ken Saruwa. And as a community, if you rise up, they demolish your community like that of Odi, and of course, or kill you and then justify that it's foreigners. But those are not area of concern. But just to remind you, because most of us has forgotten, election is by the corner. And then we are busy campaigning. No, it's going to be Igbo, it's going to be Hausa, it's going to be Yoruba, and all of us are jumping up and down. But the real agenda is not much known to most of us, or rather we choose to ignore it. And that is why on daily basis, considering most of our people who have knowledge of this atrocity going on in the name of one Nigeria, and yet they compromise the whole process, I hate them with cruel hatred, I must tell you. By now, a lot of things we would have been able to redefine Nigeria. By now, what are we doing? damage control. Because somebody along the line forgot what we saw, forgot what we agreed, forgot that which propelled us, forget the imminent danger that must be put to an end, and then he become God. And of course, I'm talking of Nnamdi Kanu, no other person. But this will not stop us from awakening our people, pointing out to the real issue to all of them. You can sit back as ethnic nationality and choose to do what you want to do. It's just a matter of time. And probably you will not be here when all this evil will begin to unfold itself and eventually consume everything that we are. But of course, not under our watch. All you can do now is to rely on the arm of faith. But it should not be so. But if it must succeed in a complex situation like that of Nigeria, they must be open to form alliance with their region, or else they will all fail woefully. I'm talking to the people of Biafra. The more you say we are Ogoni, the more you say we are Ijo, the more you say we are Urubu, the more you say you are Shekiri, all of you are Nyamere, including Igodomigodo. These issues can be resolved because you don't have any other region to run to. You don't. And of course, it is my advice tonight that we review the agenda of this major ethnic nationality, and then other ethnic nationality within the Nigerian context must begin to rise from within, because it's going to take all of us to save all of us. Those of you in the north, they're going to kill all of you, and they tell us it's Boko Haram. And who's taking over your land, your ancestral land, having killed all of you? It's Boko Haram, right? And those of you in the west, it is applicable. But of course, I think you have a more complex institutionalized society, and so it may not be as bad as that in the north, or to be compared with the sorrowful state we have found ourselves in the east. Tonight it is important that we study the mindset from these three main ethnic regions in Nigeria. And so you will understand why the people of Biafra must get ready to shape their future. We have the people of Oduduwa and their mindset in Nigeria. We're going to review them from most of their election campaign. And then I want to believe you'll be able to gain one or two insights on what their agenda is all about. There are so many presidential candidates out there. All of them are looking for means to, market and make their manifesto known to the people. I'll first of all go to the Oduduwa, and I will cite example from Tinubu. And if I have to play audio coming from 10 Yoruba, for instance, presidential aspirant, you will see there is a clause in their statement. From what they say, you will design their national agenda, their regional agenda. It cannot be misplaced. Let's see if we can be able to get this truth that will help us eventually. Don't make any mistake. Just a minute. I need you to listen to Tinubu, and then I will point out one or two things, and then you will understand how the Western region are getting ready. The agenda, the fronter, and nothing more, nothing less. And let's see if we can get it.
2023 presidential aspirant Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has been described as a leader who can bring the desired development in Nigeria. This was made known at the public unveiling of a billboard and campaign vehicles in Lagos by a businessman who has volunteered to support the ambition of Bola Tinubu. Olawako reports.
Informed the Mr. President of my ambition.
After the public declaration of his ambition to enter for the 2023 presidential race, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has been enjoying the support of many volunteer and support groups. A businessman in Lagos, Babatunde Ajaga, is giving his support with the first campaign billboard in Lagos, as well as sensitization vehicles towards the presidential ambition.
Just a minute, let me go to the real statement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, because there is something he said, and that will give you the whole truth you need to understand. It's quite unfortunate that the network is not allowing me to get this audio, but I will skip this one because of time. But then, in the words of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, he went to the president of Nigeria, Muhammadu Buhari, as he said. He told Muhammadu Buhari that he was going to be a president. He didn't beg him, at least as one time APC. He informed the president, and he moved on to say that he has capacity to build Nigeria, unquote. He drawed reference back to his people that he is a tested politician. He has his pedigree. Everything he has worked for, he has built, he has shown that he has the capacity to rule Nigeria. But in between everything he's saying, you will see that clause trying to protect the interests of their people, indirectly reviewing the agenda of the Oduduwa. What is the agenda of the Oduduwa? A lot of publications are going on online, and some of them say Osibanjo is a betrayer, and so on and so forth. Whether it is Osibanjo, whether it is Tinubu, or any other candidate, their agenda is safeguarding their region. They have done so much for themselves that the whole Yoruba nation inside one Nigeria is almost 90% institutionalized. Whatever they want to do, their interest must be protected. It doesn't matter. That is the agenda. You talk about stealing Nigeria money, their 10% must be protected. You talk about taking resources from our land, their 10% must be protected. If you like, kill yourself and do anything, the interest of the Yoruba inside one Nigeria, it doesn't matter who ought is God, must be protected by these Yoruba people. Whether they are Muslim, whether they are Christian, whether they are pagan, whether they are married to outsider, whether they are married, no matter the front, it is Yoruba. I love what they did. And I pray earnestly that one day the people of Biafra will mature to that level, because we have not even started. And I love it. But then it comes to the clause behind every lies and every truth and that which is good. What they did could hurt you. What they did could undermine your position. What they did could relegate you to the background. But the main goal there is for the overall well-being of their people. And if they can achieve this, what else do they want to? What else are they crying for? Why would they look for Oduduwa nation? It is only when that agenda is obstructed, disrupted. It is only when that agenda becomes unachievable as a result of a particular influence, and then you will see their real color. And the people with that kind of mindset singing one Nigeria for you, my brother, there is problem. How do I break it down? It is obvious, it is clear. When you listen to these three political aspirants coming from these three regions, you will understand the agenda. Yoruba are not fighting to kill anybody or take over anybody property. But Yoruba, as far as one Nigeria is concerned, you kill somebody, they get their 10%. You shoot somebody, they get their 10%. You steal oil, they get their 10%. Anything, they must get their 10%. You will not understand anyway. And then you go to the other region, the northern region, the Arewa. They have the agenda. I just want to believe that before the end of this broadcast, I'll be able to get back to the audio of Tinubu, because it's important you listen to them over and over for you to be able to understand the truth of what we are saying. We go back to one of the PDP party representative, and hear his agenda. Here is what he's saying, and then you will be able to understand their agenda.
Of course, we will try more to cultivate that culture in our people, while at the same time bringing the Fulanis in one fold and try to arrest their traditional practice of moving from one place to the other. And that is very big, an uphill task. But I think we can communicate with them more, because to them they don't have borders from Cameroon to Nigeria.
But that's the thing, Excellency. How do we ensure that those who will be participating in this federal government largely funded program will be Nigerians?
In terms of the funding?
No, in terms of
the operations.
Operations. You said to bring in the Fulanis together. We have
the issue of misconception. I think there is a lot of mistrust and misconception with regards to the Fulani man. The Fulani man is a global or an African person. He moves from the Gambia, from Senegal, and his nationality is just a Fulani man. And as a person, I may have my relations in the Cameroon, but they are also Fulani men. I have relations because from the maternal side, I'm a Fulani man. And that is why we want to educate people. A Fulani man sees himself as a Bayelsan, as somebody coming from the Niger Delta, because he speaks the Niger Delta language, which you and I don't. And of course, we would have to just take this as part of our own heritage, something that is African, and that we cannot just close the border and say the Fulani man is just a Nigerian or this. No. In most cases, the crises are precipitated by those outside Nigeria. When there is a reprisal, it is not the Fulani man within Nigeria that causes it. It is that culture of getting revenge, which is embedded in the tradition of the Fulani man, that attracts reprisal from all over the world.
If I understand it, does that mean that those Fulani men who are maybe domiciled in other countries, who move around, they can come into the country and this plan will accommodate them as well?
Yes, that's what we want to do. But it has to be done through sensitization, telling them you have to buy in the project, and you use the language, the culture itself to be able to convince them, away from the mistrust where the whole system of transhumance or pastoralism is criminalized. Criminalization of pastoralism is the problem that we have with this project, and it requires people with passion who understand them and who they believe in, people like us from that part of the country, to say yes, we have this. Because today there is no limit to the accusation that this and that has happened and it is the Fulani man who caused it. There is no tribe that is not that you don't have this criminality in, but certainly the way and manner we do it is really excavating the crisis and the problems.
Will there be any form of documentation of all the people that will be,
yes, we are
within that?
Oh yes, that is going to give Nigeria the opportunity to really have the best in terms of documentation in the demographics, because as I said, the Fulani man settles anywhere he can feed his cattle, and so if they are put in one place and they are made to understand that this is to save them and their animals, they are exposed to the vagaries of the forest and what is going on, cattle rustling, killings and what have you, and that's why it is important for them to understand that staying in one place is good. And of course, in terms of the best practice of carrying the meat, the cows and the
let's stay with that security angle for a bit. Is there going to be, this plan going to be a fenced enclosure where anyone who comes in is secured, so there is no one that can just come in from anywhere else?
No. It is going to be a colony, and a colony does not require a fence.
You will understand the reason. You will understand the reason why people are concerned, because of all the security issues that have been happening over time. So if
these forests are there anyway.
Now we can go on and on and on, but if you listen deeply and has the ability to discern what he's telling you, he's just simply telling you that African belongs to the Fulanis. They are Fulani nation. And when we say we are Biafra nation, it becomes treason in Nigeria. They are Fulani. They have one agenda: to mobilize all the Fulani, and they are going to take care of them here in Nigeria, but from the same resources stolen from our money. It is Fulani agenda. They are not after 10%. Because they control everything already, and they decide who collects or who don't collect. They are just after, only agenda is to dip the Quran into the Atlantic Ocean. The only agenda is to Fulanize. You see, there are the way people dash out this matter. This is somebody coming out for president of Nigeria. Is the one telling the TV, the radio, television station how they are going to Fulanize every Fulani inside Nigeria. They will be incorporated here. And so every day they say, register for NIM, register for BVM, register for this one. We want to build data. No. If I have my way, I will tell you, do not register for anything. Fulani don't have BVM. Fulani don't have NIN. So why are they interested in our data? And so they can divide us in proportion and then cut us down one after the other. And then so they can be able to have insight on where majority of the people dwells and how to attack such area. We have Igbos in Equatorial Guinea. We have Yorubas in Benin Republic. Why is Nigeria not bringing Yoruba in Benin Republic or Ghana or any other place? Why are they not bringing them inside Nigeria so that they can still eat from the resources? Why are we not bringing the Igbos in Equatorial Guinea to come inside here so they can also benefit? And now, if you are observant, you will see this agenda. They're building a colony, a Fulani colony. And now you can drive it back to cattle ranching, cattle colony. You can draw it there. Anywhere Fulani man enter, he's an indigene. Very soon, the law will recognize it. Anywhere they enter, their own is winner take it all. They are born to rule. You can never be in charge of your destiny. They can't do it alone. They are minority in Nigeria. But of course, with the help of the British government, and of course with other Fulani ethnic nationality from outside Nigeria, the creation of Lugard, they are coming together. There is a lesson to learn. There is a lesson to learn. And now, from these two very angles, you see the Fulani there is building a colony. A colony that will eventually recolonize Africa. A colony that, you see how the man was saying it is in their nature to revenge. I pray that God will help us to be able to set our priority right. Because all of us is in our nature to revenge you. But will it not be considered as a hate speech? It is in the nature of the Fulani to revenge. Because they are very muscular, very powerful, huge giants. They like Goliath. But this is the mess the colonial masters placed on Africa. This is the mess the British placed all of us inside. And of course, if you respond to their terrorism, you will see that Britain is going to mobilize United Nations and maybe NATO. They are going to wipe all of us away. Is the record of what they did in 1966 not there? The Biafran genocide? Do they talk about it? Do they investigate it? Does it even exist in their memory? But all of them supported that atrocity. But somewhere along the line, all this will have to stop because kingdom rise, kingdom fall. I just need you to look at their mindset. From their election manifesto, you should be able to know where they are coming from and where they are heading to. But they did not stop there. We need to look at somebody from the Biafran region. We listen to their election storytelling just like every other, and maybe you will get that mindset and the need for us to get ready for the inevitable. Let's take governor of Cross River State as a case study for people from this region. Maybe that will help us see our position as state, as a people.
I am running because the president have said, you go while I watch. I didn't come before the President Muhammadu Buhari to seek to declare to run for the office of the President of Nigeria. I came before him to seek his direction for me to understand how to align. I went to the President to tell him I am here to join him, to support him in the process of producing his successor, to support him. And that peradventure, power is to go to the south. Peradventure, perhaps, is to go to south-south. I'm the only sitting governor from the south-south. I didn't allow, the President did not allow me to finish. And the President says, I know you, and recounted our relationship. I asked him, can I? The President says, you are governor from the south-south. Go out there too and consult. I am happy that you didn't come here to tell me you want to run. You came here to say you want to support me. Let me watch you as you go out there. So I want to announce to all of you that having secured an opportunity, a window for a trial, and I do so at the instance of the President, and I'm willing to stop at any point where it becomes necessary, but I find that my interest does not align with the directions of the President. It is also clear that my discussion with him bordered on the fact that he swore to an oath to uphold a due process and to abide by the Constitution of Nigeria and the electoral process towards the arrival of a candidate representing our great party, the APC, and subsequently presenting before the election for 2023. I am running because the President have said, you go while I watch.
Now you get the point. Now this is a governor from Biafran territory, Cross River State to be precise. And then listen to this line of his word. He needed permission. He needed permission. Tinubu presented his case as somebody who have done well for his people and is here to repeat the same good thing for his people inside the context of one Nigeria. Yoruba first. The Fulani Hausa man is telling you that he is here to ensure that the perfection of the project Fulani colony is perfected. Nothing more. And then, if I were to sample all the presidential aspirant or candidate from within the Biafran region, you will see all of them are saying the same thing. I have gone to see His Excellency Muhammadu Buhari. He has given me go ahead. I have gone to do this one. I have gone to do that one. It shows from his voice that in the absence of getting approval from Fulani man It's not going anywhere. So what is our agenda? Second-hand fiddle? Have we accepted this fate already? It looks to me we have accepted that defeat. Now, considering other ethnic nationality, how they do things, they're building themselves. I know when Yoruba have perfected the institutionalizing of their own nation within the Nigerian context, they are going to rebuild the Oduduwa Empire, the Benin Empire. They are going to bring in other Yoruba from outside Nigeria. I know it's part of the agenda. You think when Ibuhu, or what is his name, was arrested in Benin Republic, you think they were torturing him? How can Yoruba man torture Yoruba man? He was in safe hand. Imagine arresting Nnamdi Kanu and locking him up in Abo. It's only people like me that will flog him very well because he don't have sense. But then you cannot maltreat him. That is how it's supposed to be. We have accepted this defeat already. Second-hand fiddle. There is a problem. So what is our agenda? People from this region, what is your agenda? You sing the praise of Fulani and then they make you relevant. Election is by the corner. Most of you understand. That brings us back to the issue of Governor Wike. IPONK is on social media telling you Governor Wike should not come to Igbo land. We banned him from coming to Igbo land. You know, get sense. Governor Wike, go and meet Janja Weed. So what is your agenda? Greediness or wickedness? What is your agenda? Kanu ejek wa befa. Kanu eme nikwa na befa. What is our agenda? Beggar? People don't even understand what we are up against. Anybody who want to represent us must be endorsed by Fulani man. But Fulani don't own northern region. They are minorities supposedly. They conquered Hausa with the help of the British government who made Nigeria, and in collaboration with other Fulani from across West African region and beyond. Now they control Nigeria. The agenda remain not just controlling Nigeria, they must dispose you of your central land completely, annihilate all of you, wipe all of you away. It's going to be a systematic process, but of course they will not succeed. But what is our agenda? Is this agenda for us to survive or agenda for us to perpetually remain in bondage? What is our agenda? Because from what I heard, the governor of Cross River State make as a press statement. He was just telling you, I have begged our Lordship Buhari. He just sounded to me like those who went to beg Buhari for political solution. We are always begging. So what is our agenda? All the ethnic nationality within the Nigerian state, what is your agenda? What is your agenda? Begging Fulani so you can have some oil well that have dried up and then go and scoop the little remaining oil there and then you answer Amayanabo or Igwe Kala. What is our agenda? Because somebody somewhere is trying to be God, that is one agenda, and then another person there have accepted defeat, and then the Fulani must endorse. What is your agenda? What is our agenda? Because for all of them, having sampled all of them, I see people without hope, I see people without faith, I see people who don't even have direction or vision. Go and ask Chibuike Amechi, he will say the same thing. Go and ask most of the people coming out to tell you they want to be president from this region. They're still the same thing. So what is our agenda now? Now let us understand. The amalgamation that brought 3 countries together. Our survival is to remain as that country that we were before the amalgamation of 1914. How long are you going to beg to be a gate man in your father's house? How long? Does this thing not make you people get angry? The most frustrating aspect is that the solution to this problem, we have it, but for selfish reasons, for the sake of greed, wickedness, we rather choose to benefit individually and let the rest of our people perish. Is that our agenda? No, is that our agenda? So we praise you. Why can't you people understand that this life we are living go beyond these things we are doing? When exactly? Call you Nyukuni, call you Nyenta. What is our agenda? I sampled all their speech, I listened to all of them. They were pointing back to their home. They were pointing to protect their interest. But on our own side, he said that we are going to beg one Fulani to endorse us. The governor of Benue State said, Buhari, say, go and consult your people. Sometimes I want to begin to believe Buhari is even a good man, because he knows how to advise people from our region. The first advice he gave to us then in IPOB was go and organize yourself. The same advice is what is given to the governor of Benue, Cross River State. Go and consult your people. And what is the essence of consulting? What is the essence of organizing? It is so that you can be visible. And that is why, as far as the Biafra Restoration Project is concerned, it goes beyond being declared a sovereign nation. We must recover everything that we have lost. And of course, how can you recover when you are not even aware you have lost something? You see, a lot of work to do. Consultation must take place, or else we are counting from the sky. And of course, you can never count correctly. The need to organize ourselves must be initiated, that process, or else we're wasting our time. And so, what is the agenda of people from this region? Go on social media. Thank God for Nnamdi Kanu. All of us can now insult ourselves. You have Idu Queen, Idu Princess, Idu King, Idu Prince. All of them, Idu Mama. They are there insulting everybody. And then you have others from another angle, from Benin. They are there insulting everybody. And then you have other ones from Igbo. They are there insulting everybody. And then you have others from Urobo, Ishekiri. Everybody insulting everybody. From the same our region. What is our agenda? Urobo man, what is your agenda? Ishekiri man, what is your agenda? Ikwere man, Akwa Ibom man, Ogoni man, what is our agenda? Something is not right. But it's not too late. It's just that sometimes you think it's normal. That is how life is. No, life is not like that. We're losing our very life on daily basis without our knowledge. Everything we represent. But would it be a crime that we fight to protect the integrity of our people? Is it wrong that we fight to protect our territory? Is it wrong that we rise up and fight to protect the God-given resources in our land? Is it wrong that we come together and fight to become the author of our destiny? Or must we continue to live in deceit? Where will it take us to? Thank God for Radio Biafra. Nnamdi Kanu is all over the place, lying to everybody. How long will it take us to? When I was on air yesterday, our brother Ambadike came online and he said something about the ongoing African the football tournament going on in South Africa. He made it clear that this very football tournament is initiated, organized by the de facto customary government. He mentioned the name of people who are responsible for organizing the process. He gave a warning and said, IPOB have taken it, they are broadcasting. Yes, our tournament is going on, our tournament is going on. IPOB know nothing about the tournament. All they want is glory. All they want is to, as if they know it all. What is our agenda under Hajaka? In some of them, that is their program. Yes, get ready, sit back for the report. But of course, they have to keep your brain dormant. They have to make you begin to reason what you are not supposed to reason. They don't know the agenda behind even being involved in that football tournament. Very soon now, Simeon Ekpa and his auto piloters will tell you, come and do fundraising for the footballer. We want to join World Cup, and you are going to contribute money. What is your agenda? You that is on Facebook insulting me and your father, what is your agenda? You that is selling all of us, blackmailing a bit, what is your agenda? You that have to go and take permission from Fulani man to come and rule us, what is your agenda? And me that is talking to you, what is my agenda? And then if everybody have the agenda, can we actually put it to the table? Can it be presented? Can you take it to the market? Kironi. Have we become tree that we see danger coming to consume us and then we stand? We are not. Now let us get it clear. People from within this region, whether you are southern or you are eastern region, Biafra land, don't let anybody deceive you. It's just a matter of conquering us one after the other, or weakening the whole process at the same time. They are doing it very well. So don't stand back and say, well, the process is not reliable. No. We're going to continue pushing. We will have to continue pushing until we get it right. Until then, it is suicidal for anybody to stand aside. The Igbos alone cannot do this. The Urobo alone cannot do this. The Shekiri alone cannot do this. The Ogoni alone cannot do this. The Ikwere alone cannot do this. The Aboman alone cannot do this. Shall we go back to record? Adakaboro tried. In 12 days, he was neutralized because nobody from this region supported him except his brothers. Kansari, who were tried, and that is because outside his Ogoni followers, nobody from within the Biafran region supported him. Neutralized. And then do we talk about Dim Chukwemeka or Dimegu Chukwu? He was able to resist at least 3 years. And this could be as simple as having support from other regions. At least to a certain extent. And then imagine when this region come back, what we can do. Jaja Opobo was neutralized. Why? Because nobody was around him. Even as an Igbo man, nobody was around Jaja Opobo. Did you hear anybody protested when Jaja Opobo was picked up? What about Nana of Ishekiri? Did anybody protest when he was picked up? What about Eze Wawawa? Did you hear any of protests when he was picked up? What of Ovaromi Obaise? Did you hear any protest from this region when he was picked up? I think only the author of a gala stand unmovable. Where are all the monarchs? But can you attack the Sudan of Sokoto? Other emirs will rise in his defense. But they are not all the same. Can you attack the Oni of Ife? Other Onis will rise up in his defense. But what do we do? What is our agenda? What is our agenda? We have spent so much time trying to find fault. It's okay, it is permitted, because that is the stage we are in. And then after the fault finding, what else? And now my simple message is that first of all, the agenda is clear. And second of all, we must come together. A lot is wrong. A lot is not right. We must stand up to this occasion. Stand up to our responsibility. We must come together. This is the master key to getting back our life. Let us assume we unanimously agree this region will not participate in this presidential election. You think Nigeria will remain the same? And then they deploy the tactics of this divide and rule, and then they say, okay, we will make Ogojaman president. Ogojaman say, I don't want. Constitution must be reviewed. And then they run to Ijoman. Ijoman, come, we will make you lifetime. Ijoman say, I don't want. Let the constitution be reviewed. And then they go to Igboma and say, let's make you life president. Igboma say, I don't want. Constitution must be reviewed. And then everybody from this region pull out of this horrible Nigeria. Are you telling me people will not talk? Are you telling me things will not turn around? Oh, but on what platform? On what platform? On IPOB, then you are hallucinating. 99.9% of all of us who come to support Nnamdi Kanu, are we not saboteur? Are we not criminal? Are we not evil men? You think everybody is like that? And so that platform has lost everything. He has lost it. And so what do? We build another. We build another. And that is exactly what we are doing. But this time, there will be no supremacy. There will be no savior. There will be comrade. Simple men and women. And this time, it is going to be all of us, saving all of us. And this time, we have to speak with one voice and one voice alone. It's not going to be easily achieved, but it is achievable. Because if you can think it, you can get it, you can make it. We've thought about it. And now we are working towards making it. Of course, it is obvious we don't know how the process is going to be. But we don't need to know how it's going to be. We need to know that we need to come out and do what we ought to do. Let me tell you how it functions. I thank God for the revelation in His word. A man of God once said, when God gave the dream to Joseph, the dream was fantastic. Joseph was going to be a ruler. But then, God did not reveal to him the process. God did not tell Joseph, your brothers will sell you. God did not tell Joseph, you will go to prison many years. God did not tell Joseph, and then you will be lied against and you will suffer. God did not tell Joseph the process through which he shall be a ruler, to the extent that his own father and mother will bow down for him. You know why? If God tell him, Joseph will not embark on that journey. He will dash out that dream. That is when my people will say, well, No, when you tell a poor man what it takes to be rich, they will prefer to be poor. Most of you say, what is your plan? What's your plan? We cannot tell you. Your man can't carry it. And then we have taken the place of God. That is why from the interior, from the inside, we continue doing what we have to do. Because we saw this dream that Biafra is going to come. We don't know the process because God is the one who is designing this process. Can't you understand? The man of God went on to remind us. When Moses and the children of Israel were about to leave Egypt, Goshen was a fertile land, suitable for them as cattle rearers. But God said, I'm giving you a land, not just fertile, but this one, it will be flowing with milk and honey. How do you get there? From the four corners of the world, you will be surrounded by horror. From the west, from the north to the south to the east. From the east, you have the Pharaoh army chasing after the Israel. From the west, you have River Nile waiting to drown all of them. And then from the other end, you have the desert. And if they should go to the north, you have the mountains there. And so there were practically no way. And for that, they have to wander 40 years in the wilderness. God didn't tell them the process because they would not have left in the first place. And we have found ourselves in the same position. I ask you a simple question tonight. What is our agenda? And somebody go to, what is the solution? How do we go about it? God is not going to tell you. God needs you to take the step of faith. And what is the step of faith? That you, Igala, Idoma, Iyala, Urobo, Isekiri, all of you, Mbito, Rumba, Nombi, Siama, Doba, Ukwere, Ushimilindo, Kwa, Eka, all of you, Efiki, Bibio, Anang, all of you, Etueke, Patani, all of you, Biafrans, Igala, rise up. And at least identify with this process. You never know what is going to come. As we take this step further, God opens our eyes and directs us the path further. This is the time to save our people or never again. And so it is a simple question. I keep asking question. Hopefully those who are still reasoning will be able to begin to get the answer. Our lines are open and you're free to call in and make your contribution. If you are able to access my studio line, of course this evening, which is 08065875555, 08065875555. Be free to call in and make your contribution. And then if you have access to my social media platform, Facebook, Messenger or WhatsApp or any other social media platform, you're free to call in and make your contribution. The journey has begun. All of us must rise. All of us must wake up. We must embrace this agenda. Let us come together first of all. Let us, just one assignment, unification. Let people from this region come together. Or is amalgamation fraudulent? Is amalgamation propaganda? Did it ever happen in 1914? Was Nigeria ever created by Frederick Lugard? Named by Flora Shaw, the wife, or what? Together we can do it. A lot of issues have been messed up in the course of trying to get it right. But as far as we keep trying, we'll get it right. This is still Radio Biafra Extra, and of course, a live broadcast. Like I said, the lines are open. It doesn't matter the part of Biafra land you come from. We encourage you to rise up and join the Biafra Nation Alliance. Join the de facto customary government. Somewhere along the line, in collaboration with other pro-Biafran groups, we'll be able to create a platform where everybody will keep what they have, what they have been working on their table. A lot of people are working very hard. We appreciate and acknowledge all of you. Some believe in renovation of Nigeria. And renovation, we shall renovate if majority of our people consent to that very idea. Some say constitutional review, constitutional amendment, devolution of power, regional autonomy, restructure of Nigeria, probably Igbo presidency. And then people like us see restoration of Biafra. Each of these is even equivalent to every other of it. But the voice of the ethnic or minority ethnic nationality will be wiped out bit by bit. And somewhere along the line, somebody need to stand up. Somebody need to defend our territory. Somebody need to defend our people. You can get us on 100.5 FM, at least some areas in Anambra, some area in River State, and of course, believing God, in the next 2 weeks, this transmitter will circulate to some other state. It's a gradual process, but of course, with your support, as a Doma man, as a Gala man, as a Yala man, as a Ugebu man, as a Bobura man, with your support as Andone man, Ogoni man, Bobonkoro man, for your support as Igbo man, Urobo man, Ishekiri man, all of you coming together, our people will know this truth. Our people, the radio platform will serve its full purpose. The lines are still open. And so the invitation continues to go to everyone. It's just a matter of us coming together. And once that tax is done, other principles, other issues will begin to arise. And you will see in the end, we will get to our destination. You can visit us on our website. You can contact our administrators around the world. All of them are standing by to attend to you. Everybody is involved. I'm joined by my daddy in the Lord at this moment. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you, my Reverend. Thank you so much for picking up my call.
Good evening, sir, from here. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good afternoon from here, my brother. Thank you so very much. Thank you. God will bless you. No how. No matter what. He must surely bless you. I don't think nobody can explain these things better than you do this afternoon. And unfortunately, a lot of us are busy doing something else that is not even important right now. I'm sure that a lot of people know, but for whatever reason, they don't really care of what is going on. If somebody really cares, we can rightly put an end to this mess. But the problem is, a lot of people care. It doesn't disturb us for now. And you know, when people are just based on present day kind of culture, anything that is happening now is the importance. No vision, nothing. They can't even go back to the history and look at what has happened in the past. Is that an argument? Is there any argument that we don't know history? Because if we know history, we will not forget the 3.5 million and counting that has paid the ultimate price for the same argument. For the same argument. Our interest is on vanity, something that does not endure. the generation is completely gone. I know I'm in one of the forum in my local, my community. I can tell you, my brother, sometimes I don't want to make comments there because their interest does not impress me. For the past, let me say, for the past 9 months or 1 year, a year ago, the discussion mainly is about selection of Igwe. When you have Igwe, who is going to be the Igwe? This person is not qualified. This person is qualified. And on and on and on and on. Even my own village, where they say it's their turn to produce one candidate, cannot bring out one person to represent us because everybody wants to be chief. Everybody wants to be Igwe. Ma onye amakwa na ọ dịrọ qualified, but ọ na-azọ ka ọ bụrụ Igwe. A na-anya isi. Ụfọdụ a na-ayọ biko doonu ka eme ibe ọfụma ka ọba wee dị n'udo. Meanwhile, there's a criteria that was set for that purpose. And the enemy is encroaching. I'm just giving you an example, my brother. We're there. Guess who controls them? The Anambra state government that don't have authority, that don't have power in Nigeria. And they're using the government to control them all the way to Sultan of Sokoto. Many of them don't know this. That your Igbo has no meaning if you're truly out there to serve the people. Because once you take up that position, they give you one of their waters Kenese, give you their 500,000 naira monthly payment. You can't say nothing again. You cannot fight for the people. You know, you cannot do anything. Harapụ ozi ọma dịka Mary na-egela mata na-adọkasị aka ya na-esi na-arọpụ. The gospel to salvation, they don't pay attention. The same thing all over. I'm just giving my own community as an example. None of them is paying attention to what is happening in that contraption. They don't know better. They are chiefs and honorables, but nothing of honor. Nothing other than self-aggrandization, to show how much wealth you have accumulated. But I know that honor does not, you don't measure honor with wealth. Because in order for you to be able to say you're honorable with so much wealth, you should be able to provide how you made that money. But today, what is common is the money. Money, anybody will go mother. Even when you are kidnapping to make this money, until the day you are found to be a kidnapper, then have your mouth. Everybody now is honorable in a mud. Honorable na poto. Honorable, we can sing the flying and you can see you. My brother, but you know what? It's just a question of patience. Enduring this garbage. Look at that clip of Zulum you played. You know, the guy asked me a question just to validate what was he saying. And he said, yes, that was the agenda. The guy asked him, are you saying that Fulanis in Ghana and in Cameroon and everything, that they can come here and take over whatever? He said, yeah, that was their plan. I'm just paraphrasing. Talks about their culture of revenge. Talked about how we are aggravating them because we are not allowing them land to rear their cows. And I, no, honorable. And it's whoever. It's a new honorable abankete. A little thing, a video autoba. Today I was just seeing a lot of videos. There's flood, saludo. An Abolo man who has been told to stop that trade was there today, holding people on ransom. People are not there. Now, Opa Saludo there. They cannot do anything. They cannot help the situation. Saludo, look at the law. How many months all go? Nobody wants to help in any way. Just blame games and attention on unnecessary things. When I woke up this morning, all that was filled in Facebook was Yul Edochie married a second wife. Hey, why did he marry a second wife? Hey, he had a son. Look at what the father said about second. Look at that. This is a personal life. If he wants to marry 20 wives, so be it. But it dominated the Facebook today. Before you know it, enmity, gone. No matter why. Or circumstances. Nobody knows what is going on with his life. Attention to unnecessary things. Before you know it, another pastor will come, another so-called pastor, because they are not pastors, will come and release one nonsense. Look at this agenda, and people are looking at it. People are looking at it. And they are just doing nothing. Nothing, absolutely nothing. And my Reverend, I can't wait for you to play some of these clips from David Umahi and the other ones who are running for presidency. Ojuzo Kanu said he's not coming out unless he's going to the south. So he's standing by. Otherwise, he will go back to his comfort zone. And then other ones, ask them. Most of them has been running around the north. We saw okay, so I was just asked to go and mobilize his people, to organize his people first, to consult with his people. His own is that he's even saying his own, he's being honest. But that's exactly what is happening. People come out for election and make promises, or rather stand on what they have done before, their resume, to show that they will be able to do more. But this one is telling you that he went to consult with the president to let him know that he's ready to run. He's supporting him. Shameless group of people. It's so sad, my brother. So sad. And like I said, nobody can present this better than you do. And we're here. Still a lot of confusion amongst us. People who are supposed to know that what where this enemy has landed us. It's a terrible situation. Instead of reorganizing ourselves and beginning again, they are there, still worshiping, still praising a clear-cut criminal. Because I can understand that. And there was one woman they were playing this morning. And guess what the woman was saying? Niger Delta, some years back, Niger Delta came. And they had the government called them and they talked to them and asked them to be quiet. And then the Boko Haram did theirs and the government called them and to pamper them and they paid them, send them abroad. And then the woman was saying, what is different from what those two groups have done compared to us? And I'm saying, so is she suggesting that this way of livelihood, for the people to get money, should be a portion? Is she suggesting? And not only that, that woman is not looking at the number of people that this idiocy has consumed in the land within this free period of time. But she wants the beginning of amnesty. I mean, I don't know what is going on, my brother. I don't know what has bewitched us. I don't know what is happening. Apparently, we are set for destruction and extinction unless we rise up. Let me yield for perhaps other callers to make their contribution, but I do want to thank you for this presentation. And that's a way to go, please, my brother. These are the things we need to hear. More importantly, to replay them. Continue to replay them on our broadcast. And while we bring more of this information to our people, hopefully, there's common sense of the reasoning will come into our people. We need to come together. We need to reorganize ourselves so we can do this thing. We can. These people that are keeping us down are not stronger. They are not more intelligent. Their only mantra is unity. That's why we are being subjected to this level. I urge you, Biafrans, to make yourself available. And when you come with truthfulness and humility. Remove any yeast. Come with humility so we can talk to one another and figure out how to reorganize ourselves. The enemies amongst us, with the little things they are panicking. Let's talk about when they are really hit hard. Please, my brothers, this is too much. It's annoying, it's heartbreaking, very frustrating that our freedom is just what we are looking at now. People are desecrating on already grace, the undermined grace of our heroes and heroines, our own people, in the name of freedom, are continuously desecrating on it. And before I go, my brother, I just want to remind our people that 30th of May is soon approaching. My doors are open here in Los Angeles. So if you are listening here in Los Angeles or within the Los Angeles area, my doors are open on the 30th. These people must be remembered. I think that's a way to go. When we remember them, we reflect on what killed them. And then we will find reason to pull ourselves together. Thank you very much, my Reverend. May God bless you. All hail Biafra, and God bless the people of Biafra and all of us of freedom.
sir. Thank you very much. And of course, once again, the people of Biafra must understand. It's not this very hard, though complicated, but it's very simple. Let us take the first shot. Forget about what will come after that. They've been properly taken care of already. We cannot forget that God will not do for man what man should do for themselves. Just a little push. Just a little touch. Everything is going to be all right. We're inching closer to the end of this program. But our problems or challenges are not reducing. It is expanding on second basis. If we fail to respond, if we fail to engage in the process, if we fail to do the needful, somebody is going to pay dearly for it. Every indigenous nationality within the Biafran territory, rise and save the next generation. This platform is open for all. Everybody. And of course, before I wind down, I must remind us, like our daddy in the Lord has said, 30th of May, Sacrosanct. Make sure you make preparation, an arrangement for that. We must remember them. We must remember them. The people are telling you, no, I do. Forget about them. No. When people die for Idu, we will remember them. But for now, people have died for Biafra and more are still dying. Their death can never be in vain. And so on this note, I resounded the rhetorical question. What is our agenda, people of Biafra? Tomorrow is another day. We'll continue from where we stop. Good night and God bless.
Oh, nada. Land of the rising sun. John Lovine, my originality. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And after one load in idol worship the British entered it. Training on the Niger, exploiting their people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and food, so them entered it. I brought in civilization, brought in their religion, and told us about America. And we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religious pitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination